5 business secrets that you need to know or else you're gonna fail miserably. What's up, guys? My name is Brian Trans, serial entrepreneur, husband, father, 2 beautiful kids, and I'm here to share with you guys some things I wish I knew before I got into business. Look, guys, business is hard enough. A lot of things to think about, a lot of things that can go wrong. So I summed up 5 laws that you must implement into your business if you want to be super successful. Number 1, you got to have a plan and a vision for your business, and you need to identify in that plan who your ideal customer is, because those who market to everyone markets to no one. Let me explain. Early in my career, when I started my first business, I wanted to work with everyone. The problem with that is 2 things. Number 1, you don't know who to go after and you don't know how to cater your service or your product to them. The second thing is, guys, when you sell to a person that is not your avatar, or you work with somebody who is not your avatar, work becomes very difficult. Because why? You want to work and be with people that are like you, that are for you, that your product is going to really match, and that's going to make work and the business a lot more enjoyable. It is very important before you start the business, who is your target audience? Who do you want to cater to? Because that, guys, will allow you to be more focused and really laser in and be more successful. Number 2, you always have to put your customer first. Now, they may not always be right, but you need to make it right. What do I mean by that? Look, when you screw up or when they complain, you need to make sure that you do everything within your power to make sure that they leave happy. Now, they may never buy your product again, or they may never use your service again, but believe it or not, guys, you don't want them spreading that negative review, the negative feeling about your business to other people. Because what I've learned is that even when somebody did not like my service, as long as I made it right by them, it never hurt me. They actually ended up referring more business to me because I made them feel good, and they just realized that, look, I wasn't the right fit for them. My company wasn't the right fit. And so instead, they kept me in mind, and when they found somebody that, hey, he might be a good person to refer, they actually did refer that business, and I ended up making a lot of money from it. So do not let that negative feeling come out, and sometimes you want to bash the customer because they hated on your product, or you want to bash the customer and throw them under the bus because they really screwed you or whatever it is. Guys, make sure the customer's always right. Make sure they feel good when they interact with you. Make sure they feel good even when they leave your business, because you never know who they might refer. And worse, you just don't want them going around and spreading and talking badly about your product, your business, your service. Number 3, track your finance and manage your budget. Look, if you're not tracking the numbers, you're not a business. It's more of a hobby. Because the truth of the matter is, if you don't track your business, you don't really know if you're making a profit. And if you're not making a profit, then why are you in business, guys? Come on, man. When I just got into business, I didn't know jack diddly squat. If there was money left over in the account, it was a good month. If there wasn't any money in the account, it was a bad month. But the problem is, guys, is that when you don't track, you fail to realize where the money is actually going. When I realized that, look, all I needed to do was open up a QuickBooks and link my bank account and track what was going out and for what, then I realized that, hey, we're spending so much money on marketing, but we're not making anything back from it. So what did you do? I cut that expense down, and all of a sudden I was making profit. Crazy, right? But that's the thing, if you don't track it, then everything kind of gets overwhelming. Everything is just a blur. That's why it's very important that you have metrics in place with your business. Set aside, and this goes to my next thing, is have a budget, right? Don't just go and hire a bunch of employees. Don't just go and spend a bunch on marketing. You need to budget everything out. And then that way, you can actually see what's creating a return on investment and what's not. Which leads me to my next thing, guys, which is law number 4 in business, is pay yourself. I see so many businesses out there that do not pay themselves. Whatever is left over in the account is what they get to spend for a living. Look, my thing is this: if you did that, you don't have a business. You basically bought yourself a job. Now, what I like to do in business and what I do now, because I didn't do this in the beginning, I will admit, I broke a lot of these laws, and that's why I'm making this video for you guys, is I was able to spend what was left over. But the problem is I was taking money out of the account. I was taking money out of the business, and I realized that, look, at the end of the day, it kept running this way, and I was like, this isn't a business, guys. It's basically a prison almost. And that's when I realized that, look, the next business I start, I need to allocate a certain salary to myself that I was getting paid, and that I didn't just keep reinvesting the money into the business. And at the end of the day, when the business went under, I was left with nothing. A good business is one that can pay for your salary and still have money left over so that you can do expansion. You can go ahead and then pay yourself even more at the end of the year. But that's what you guys need to do. Law number 5 actually pertains when you have employees. If you run a business that has staffing, it's to always over communicate and be very thorough in your communication in what you want done. I've made this mistake so many times that I thought that what was in my head was being translated out to my employees, that they knew what I wanted, that they knew what to do. But what I realized was that that's not the case. I need to be slowing down, writing out everything that I want done, and really spending the time to communicate it, to share it, to be thorough. And that was when my business really took off, because we were aligned. They knew exactly what I want and how I wanted it. And guys, it's gonna be hard, especially if you're not patient, and especially if you don't like talking and you're an introvert. I get it, guys. I was there. But trust me, if you're not good at this, if you don't want to talk to a lot of people, then talk to a COO. If you have the funds to do it, you hire a COO and you outline and you talk with only them, and then they take your vision, they take what you want, and then they will spread your message to the rest of the company. I hope this video was useful for you. I hope you enjoyed these 5 laws. There are many more that go deeper into business, but I believe that if you master these 5 laws in business, you are already ahead of 90% of the competitors out there. I appreciate you guys watching this to the end. Thank you so much. If you can do me a favor, subscribe, comment, and like the video. I would greatly appreciate that. Peace out.